Alright, so you just watched the video on how to foam roll your lower body, and I want to show you the stretches now that will accompany the roll. So again, rolling is really great. Again, you're loosening up that tissue, but we don't actually lengthen it until we stretch it. Okay, so this first stretch is going to be your quads and your hip flexor stretch. That'll accompany your rolling where we were doing the front of the thigh and right along the side. Okay, so here we have a simple setup. I have a box behind me. If you're at home, you can certainly use your stairs or an ottoman, anything like that. What you want to do is come to a kneeling position. You're going to put one foot on the back of that box and your other foot forward. Your knees pointed straight down is underneath your hips, and it'll be a lot harder the closer you get your knee to the box and the more vertical your shin. So once I'm here and in place, first thing I want to do is tuck the pelvis underneath, and I squeeze my right glute. So now I'm already feeling the stretch coming up through the front of my thighs and up to my hip flexor. But if I want to intensify it just a little bit, I'm going to lift up my arm and then do a slight lean over to the other side. When you're doing the lean, you don't want to just lean with your arm here. You want to take your whole torso and really, really feel that stretch coming up through your psoas, all the way up through your abdomen. All right, when you're doing the stretch, feel free to hold it for 30 seconds. If you want to do it for longer, I usually suggest releasing for a second or two and then getting right back into the stretch. All right, so for our next stretch, we're going to do a take on a 90-90 hip stretch and combine it with a hurdler stretch for our hamstrings. So we'll come down to the mat. Again, our first position is going to be that 90-90. What that means is our front knee is going to come to a 90-degree angle, and so is our back knee. So again, making those right angles here. Once we're here, we want to square our hips and our shoulders, and we walk ourselves forward. In yoga, they call this the deer pose, and in training, it's universally known as that 90-90 stretch. So try not to lean out to the side. The tighter your hip, the more it's going to look like that. Really square up the shoulders, and you can use your mat to make sure everything's even. Okay, we're going to hold that for about 30 seconds. Again, if you're doing it before your workout, you want to try to get some motion through your hips. Maybe don't hold it as long. If you're doing it post-workout, feel free to hold it as long as possible. Once we're done, we're going to take our strap. You can use a belt at home, a resistance band, a towel, anything. And we just extend this leg straight, and we pull our upper body forward. Notice I'm not rounding the back here, tucking the chin down. If I really want to target the hamstring, all I have to do is push my knee down and use the strap to propel me forward. Okay, and you do want to stay relaxed. You don't want to take your chin up or anything like that. Tuck it down, hold that stretch. Again, if you want a little deeper, you can always practice pushing your knee down into the mat. And get about 30 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and switch sides. If this is uncomfortable holding your knee in this position, feel free to take it in like so, or just extend it, okay? So the last area that we're going to stretch are our calves, and my favorite one is super simple. All you need is a ledge, a curb, and you can use the edge of your stairs at home if you have it, or you can create a ledge with a sturdy book. So here we have our handy step master here. I'm just going to push my heel down into the ground, straighten out the back of my knee, and bring my hips forward. That's going to get a nice deep stretch all along the back side. Okay, so again, 30 seconds, hold it here. And remember, the key is to move the hips forward. If I just move my shoulders forward, that doesn't actually change the stretch at all. It's really about your hips. Okay, and a good one to accompany it is also getting your Achilles by just bending slightly in the knee, and that'll get lower in your ankle there. Okay, each stretch, 30 seconds. Feel free to do this one at work or again, anytime at home before your workout or after, and you guys will be feeling nice and tall. We'll see you next time.